Let's take a listen to Landel and Dundee.
You know, but the last time we invited the people up to this video room was when we sat over here and we watched the tape of me beating Big Red Reese. A big fat nothing. And the only people that liked that was you and me and all them other big fat people out there, because they could see a big fat athlete. And he's gone. Now, to top it all off, Jerry Lawler, the Southern champion, had told everybody I'm a fighting champion. Now, Gaddafi, everybody knows who Muammar Gaddafi is. He's an idiot, and he's going to try to take over the world, and he can't whoop America, and everybody knows that. And they had the Barbarian flying in. They showed a special, and the guy's big, and he's bad, and he's a big old athlete, but I don't think he can whip me and you, Budrow. And Lawler's going to wrestle him. So the guys go to fly through Canada, and there's a bomb scare on the thing. They land the airplane, the guy going to get off, and the plane comes about 3 hours late. So Eddie Marlin comes out there. He says, Jerry, what are we going to do? You got to wrestle somebody. He says, I know what we'll do, Jerry. We'll take all the wrestlers that's here on the card tonight, take them into the ring, and the fans can pick out who they want to see you wrestle, right? So Jerry Lawler's in the dressing room, and he says, yeah, okay. But he forgets about one thing. The superstars on the card. So when I get down there, he gets the microphone. He declares to the whole wide world, Budrow, he ain't going to wrestle me. He comes up with the 30-day clause. He says, oh, no. Hey, Dundee, I ain't wrestling you. Not that I'm scared of you, mind you, but there's a 30-day clause, and I don't have to wrestle you. You was scared to death, Lawler. So I said, that's fine. You don't want me to have your belt, Lawler? Well, my good friend Budrow here is overwhelmingly going to be picked. What happens? They have a little contest. It's as bogus as a nose in your face, Russell, because you was the guy that got to do the picking. And he's the guy that started this whole thing in the first place. So it gets all the way down, the noise you make, you boo, you applaud, and whatever. And it kind of gets down, now. It's a 60-40 deal on Tony Falk and the other true blonde of the wrestling business, the only nature boy in the wrestling business. And they're all clapping, and they want to see the nature boy against Jerry Lawler. But who's the judge? Lance Russell. So he picks. He says, oh, no. Lawler runs over, and he whispers, oh, yeah, and I know you think we're bragging and we're lying to you. Well, we ain't, because we got it all on tape, folks. It was concocted from the start, from Lance Russell to Jerry Lawler, that he didn't want to wrestle me, and he didn't want to wrestle the nature boy, and we got it all on tape. Now, it's overwhelming because we got it, and you'll see them right here in black and white, folks, or in color, or whatever little TV you got. If some of you rednecks still got black and white, that's up to you. Well, right here in this video room, Daddy, we have got a tape of it. Jerry Lawler was scared of me, and he was scared of the nature boy, and Lance Russell, mind you, the guy at the Budrow slaps or I slap will be put out of the wrestling business in Memphis or all around this area for 5 years, was the judge. Now, you think that's fair? Oh, and I know what you say. No, they're sitting there lying. Well, we ain't lying, folks. It's right here. Just come on with me, Mr. Cameraman, and zoom in on this monitor right here, and we'll show it to you.
There were, whoa, look at Lawler go at Falk. The shoulder, Tony zapped with that big right hand of Lawler. Again, as his head popped off the top turnbuckle. At least approaching it and not trying to brutalize Falk. He's hot now. Slashes him with that belt, picks Falk up, dumps him down hard in the middle of the ring. Lawler, two. The ring rope dropped.
Well, there you have it, folks. We're not saying that a title match never took place. And we ain't selling Tony Falk short, because Tony's just like Jeff Jarrett. He's trying to get his first win. Now, we like Tony. I know a lot of people out there probably like Jeff Jarrett, but we're not selling him short. But that match should never take place because it was concocted by Lance Russell, Eddie Marlin, and the whole stinking Jarrett clan, and especially you, Lawler. And it just showed what you are, a bogus coward champion. Right, Budrow?
Well, Bill, let me just tell you something. See, what everybody wants to know what Jerry Lawler whispered in Lance Russell's ear. Well, when we were both out there, the first thing he whispered in his ear is that, man, I can't take another extended vacation. If I wrestle at Dundee, I'm going to be not only out of a belt, but I'm going to be out of here again. And I can't wrestle that Landel because God Almighty and everybody knows that he'll beat me. So Jerry Lawler, to save face with the people, Bill, he's sitting back there in the dressing room with his head and his tail between his legs, and he's going, oh, my gosh, I have just exposed myself not only to the people of Memphis, but it's on tape, my God, to the whole world. What do I do now? So we're out there, and we're beating Joe LeDuc and Jeff Jarrett's brains in. So Jerry Lawler, he's saying, I know what I can do. When they're out of breath and they got their backs turned, I can jump in the ring and become the savior again. Can you believe? Why don't you just punch some of this up, Bill, and to show the people really what Jerry Lawler's really like.
Here's Lawler. Tony Falk.
Well, Budrow, like we keep saying before, a lot of people say we was bragging, but we wasn't bragging because it's right here on film. Now, Jerry Lawler, man, I'm telling you, man, you have exposed yourself to the whole world of what a coward you are. So we got to take our hat off to that, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Because like a lot of things, it's got to come out of the closet, Daddy, and you have. We thought he was a closet coward, but not you, Lawler. You did it all on film, Jack. So everybody in the whole wide world knows exactly what you are, and what you are, Daddy, is scared of the nature boy and the superstar.
Well, as usual, most of the things that Landel and Dundee say don't make a whole lot of sense, and that was no exception right there. They just have to simply keep trying to cover up all of the things that are happening to them. Jerry.
Lance, good to see you. Listen, I just want to come out here. You know, I sit back in the back, and I watch all this garbage on a monitor there, and I hear Bill Dundee and Buddy Landel telling their version of the story. Well, I had a little forewarning of this. You know, of course, all the people don't realize, though, that we have a couple of guys that work. They work real hard through the week, and they do all the taping of the wrestling matches down on Monday nights and throughout the week. And they put these films together. One of them is Ken Parnell, the other is Randy West. And Randy West gave me a call, and he said, look, Bill Dundee and Buddy Landel came over to his house, and they went through all the films of the matches that took place down there at the Coliseum. And they had him edit together their little version of what they said took place. But now anybody that wasn't there and that are just watching this on television now, I mean, you know, they made it look very believable. They made it look convincing that that's what took place, that I was scared of Dundee, that I didn't want to wrestle him. Well, let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you what really took place down there. It's true, the first part of the story, the Barbarian didn't show up. For what reason, I don't know. All we know is that they said his plane was going to be 3 hours late. Well, whatever, he wasn't there. So Eddie Marlin came to me and he said, look, we're going to line up all the wrestlers. I thought this was a great idea. We line up all of the wrestlers. We'll let the fans decide who you're going to wrestle. I said, that's great. That's fine. But I said, with one exception. I am not going to give Bill Dundee a title shot after the way he made me wait for over 4 months before I could get a shot at the Southern Heavyweight Championship. I'm not going to give Bill Dundee a title shot within 1 week of winning it from me, right?
Jerry, and I can verify you said that when it first came up before you ever got out to the ring or anything else.
That's exactly right. And I also said, Dundee, I told him, I looked him right in the eyes and I said, I'll be glad to wrestle you right here in front of everybody.
That's right.
But not for the belt.
That's right.
That's when Dundee refused. He turned tail and went to the dressing room, and then the contest began to see who the people wanted me to wrestle, and I guess everybody had in the back of their mind that they knew that this jerk Tony Falk was the man who helped Dundee win that loser leave town match, so they wanted to see me get revenge on Falk. Well, that's exactly what happened. They didn't cheer when they put their hand over Buddy Landel. Nobody wanted to see me wrestle Buddy Landel. They wanted Tony Falk, and that's exactly what happened. So what we've got right now, I've got a little piece of film that Randy West sent down, and you're going to see, as they say sometimes, the rest of the story, if we can run that right now.
This is what happened. Lawler could get the referee's attention. Falk had attacked him, and he pounded him with that belt wrapped around his hand, and now he's got him choked. You know, Randy, I think Falk figures it this way. If he gets disqualified, he doesn't care because he didn't really want to go anyhow. And so he's just pulling out all the stops on Lawler.
He just made him mad, Lancer. The strap comes down, and I wouldn't want to be in Tony Falk's shoes right now for anything in the world.
Scratch the comment that I made about Lawler at least approaching it and not trying to brutalize Falk. He's hot now. Slashes him with that belt. Picks Falk up. Dumps him down hard in the middle of the ring. Lawler to the ring rope. Drops down with a big right hand. Uh-oh, here comes Dundee and Landel. Lawler's pulled off. It'll be a disqualification. 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Landel and Dundee coming in. Lawler wins it by disqualification, but Dundee and Landel stomp it away on Lawler. Referee trying to get, ooh, boy, trying to get Landel out of there. Falk slips the belt around Jeff Jarrett's neck. Going to be a disqualification. LeDuc and Jeff Jarrett will win. 12 minutes, 13 seconds.
Okay, Lance, what we're looking at right here is the later match in which Joe LeDuc and Jeff Jarrett were going against Dundee and Landel. See, these are the two things they failed to mention. They failed to mention that they ran in on my match with Falk, and that Tony Falk then ran in on this match here, and that's the only reason that I came in, as you're going to see
Dundee
here.
and Landel both on Joe LeDuc. Joe got his belt off, but Landel gets it around his neck. Referee Jerry Calhoun is down, while Falk continues to choke Jerry Jarrett. Here's Lawler into the ring. Nails Landel, nails Dundee, catches Tony Falk.
Well, that, as I said, Lance, is the rest of the story. As I said, they failed to mention that they ran in on my match and that Tony Falk ran in on the match with Jeff Jarrett and Joe LeDuc. Let me just say this, Dundee, you and Landel both. You know, and all of the people know, and I know, that you are a couple of low-life, stinking, slimy liars. The truth ain't in you. You would tell a lie when the truth would do better. You don't want to ever come out here and say anything that would be, you know, that would be the truth. All you want to do is tell a lie. You talk about Jeff Jarrett. You talk about the title situation. Dundee, you're no more a champion, and you're no more a people's champion. You're the worst champion that has ever worn the Southern Heavyweight Championship belt, and that's why you're not going to get another title shot as far as I'm concerned. And if you think I'm afraid of you, and if you think you can make these people out here believe that I'm afraid of you, you got another thing coming, punk. Because you have never seen the day that the king is afraid of you or Landel. Anytime, any place, anywhere you want me, brother. Believe me, I'm not hard to find. Dundee and Landel, I'm going to be looking you up, and I'm going to show you. And I'm going to prove to you and everybody else just what liars you are. I'm going to make a believer out of you.
Okay, Jerry the King Lawler, back in just a moment.